The number one Fizz in the world on the Chinese super server, Mango Fish, is absolutely demolishing right now on the super server. So this is due to the recent changes to Fizz, okay? So on 11.18, this is classic Riot Games. They wanted to shift some of Fizz's damage from his R into his W and maybe make him like a little bit more survivable in the early lane against ranged champions. And then on 11.19, they saw the win rate plummet and they're like, well, shit, we're going to revert all those changes. He's going to go back to normal. Plus, hey, guess what? You get 2 seconds flat off your E at max rank. Here you go. I don't know what's going on, but Mango Fizz he's just absolutely dominating the server. 2 flat seconds off the E in the late game. I mean, you get at level 9, you're maxing your E, so you actually get it in the early game. I don't know what's going on, but it's mayhem, and today we're going to break down one of his most recent games on the Chinese super server, and hopefully see if you guys can try and use this in your own games to climb some divisions. Jumping onto the Rift, gentlemen, taking a look at the rune page, there's some very interesting things going on here. Number one, he goes zombie ward, he starts sweeper. He does this every single game. Why? He tries to sweep out and cheese wards in the early game. If he gets a ward at level 1, not only does he take that ward, he gets the experience, which means he gets level 2 on the first wave, he can cheese kills, but also it leaves a zombie ward behind. It literally, you steal their vision and put your vision down yourself. He's so good at sniffing out wards, and well, he didn't get that. He leveled the W, but he just timed out there, and he doesn't get the ward at level 1. You can see the potency, but there, he starts the lane with W, which is not what you want to be going on Fizz at level 1. You start E usually, you wait for the minions to get low, and then you try and E up. Troll pole for the first tree. Mango currently around about 850 LP challenger on the super server. Not quite at his peak at around about 1400 games. Sorry, LP, but I'm sure he can, with these buffs, he can make his way back to the top. Mango's played 2600, 2700 games this season. He puts more games in than most streamers I know. The only person I know maybe that puts more in is like Tyler One or someone. He puts a lot of games in every season. And he streams every single day. I'll put a link to his stream down below. And you can see he's just allowing the wave to get shoved into him here. He stuffed up his early leveling. He has to let the wave come in. The Silas, also take note, is running Ignite. Very aggressive Silases in China. They do this Ignite setup rather than TP. Leaving the autos, making sure to pop that corrupting potion. It's always a corrupting start on Fizz. Number one, when you go corrupting potion, guys, you're looking to heavily trade on people who don't have corrupting potion. If they both have corrupting potion, then obviously like the trading is going to be pretty even. If you win the trades in the early game, you'll win. But I'm just saying, like, if the enemy has a Doran's ring and 2 health pots and you have the corrupting, you want to heavy trade onto them and you want to outlast them. If you have the Doran's ring, you're going to be a lot stronger in a strict 1v1 with burst. But if you don't get that burst and get that 1v1, it's Kha'Zix, doesn't quite die. If you don't get that, your opponent, if they have the corrupting, are probably going to out-sustain you. So these are the small things in the mid lane that you always need to be taking note of, that a lot of lower elo players don't even think about. As we pop the Ignite and we start weaving out autos, are we able to get the solo? Flashes, one more auto will get it. Does he burn? Oh my god, are you kidding me? He doesn't die. Holy shit, I thought that Silas was doomed. He survives. And that's pretty unfortunate. We blow both sums. And now he'll try and hard shove this in and try and get a reset. Or Kha'Zix hovering. Here comes the Elise. Cocoon. He has to E away. And he's going to move straight into the bot lane. Let's see if him and this jungle are able to make anything work. Yes, 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 yes. Spectacular roam. Insta reset. The mid lane wave should come back to him as well. What's the plan here? He wants to get the ward, then move back mid lane. I think he's going to be late on the wave. He's spam pinging the MF. He's spam pinging somebody trying to get that wave. I don't think anyone's going to make it. He gets the Dark Seal, gets the amp, and moves out. He's going to miss this whole wave here. A little bit tilted over that. But it's all good. Build path for Mango is always a little bit weird. People, a lot of Fizz mains like Proto Belt. They love pure damage, they love the active, but Mango has never been a Proto Belt enjoyer. He always goes for the Hourglass, he goes for the Ludens, he wants cooldown reduction, and he wants to make his E as low as humanly possible in the early game and use the active of the Hourglass as well. As he sweeps out another ward. He always has like the highest vision score in the game. I know that the zombie ward I think helps out, but I think as an assassin main, you just have to be very aware of where the vision is and where to walk around or where to focus. The wave. I mean, it's not really situated too well for him. He's gonna have to wait for it. There's not much point. Wait for level 6. And look for the all-in. Dude, right game. So, the nerfs to Fizz they did on 11-18, I think his win rate plummeted to a 47%. And everyone, all the Fizz mains are like, dude, what the hell have you done? Then instantly they buffed him with this E buff, and now he's back to like a 51% win rate with like an S tier ranking. Like, I don't know what they were doing. I just think they're a little bit confused what to do with Fizz. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and make Fizz a jungler soon. Add a bunch of damage to his like monster damage and put him in a better position to clear the jungle with a W max or something like that. The way they're trying to situate the game with these assassins in the jungle, I just would not be surprised. Which makes me sad, but hasn't happened yet. Of course, Zed, Talon, Kiana, Echo, all junglers right now. The list probably goes on. We hit 6, instantly move into the bot lane. Sylas moves down, hit that sweeper, looking for the wards. And it's unfortunate we don't see Fizz at Worlds. I guarantee you if they made Fizz a jungler, we could see him in the jungle like we're seeing this Talon. But in the mid lane, it's a little bit too risky. You can get really badly harassed. The only time you could pick it is if the enemy picks like a Syndra and you're the counter pick on 5 pick on red side. As we hit the R onto the Elise, we grab the Elise up. Anything more? He doesn't want to play too aggressive into this Samira. No point risking it. Never focus the Yuumi, by the way, when she's detached. She's trying to bait you guys. Here we go. We get the Samira, looking for the Yuumi now. And he played that really patiently. The enemy... Nice! You'll hear Mango sometimes scream. He's a very emotional player. Yeah, they're trying to bait you in. The Yuumi will just attach again if you have no hard CC. And you're seeing that Emax now by Mango. We're 4-0. The CS score is not the highest, but he usually makes that back in the side lanes. It should be fine. As I'm thinking about what the buy is, probably Luden's. Luden's Lucidity Boots. Perfect, and a Control Ward, don't forget that. Now I've seen him do this, and then he'll build a stopwatch, and then he'll decide whether he finishes Luden's, or if he uses the stopwatch active, he'll go Hourglass here. I think it's a pretty situational path. It's either Hourglass or finish the Ludens. And it depends if you, when you get the next stopwatch, you use it. Because you want to try and get double value out of that active, right? And I think when it comes to mid lane one-tricking, Fizz pays off a lot at the moment. Obviously, champions like the Kiana are very fun to play. The Talon are really fun to play. You're looking for some like hectic snowball assassins, Katarina, Fizz. These champions are great for solo Q if you can learn them. As he gets the E in. He hits the short range R. She's not going to do as much, but still locks the Sylas up. We're going to be able to E over. Q for the finisher. And we are absolutely snowballing this game already. And the buff to the E is already coming into effect. It's a much shorter cooldown at level 9. You'll be seeing it in 8 seconds. And that's before any cooldown reduction, which he loves to max. So just imagine. Move through, we find the Elise. Where's the repel? Found it. Wait for... Ooh. So a worse Fizz like me, I would just E instantly over and probably get collected. We get exhausted here. Pick up the Samira. We have Flash. I'm wondering if he's going to use it. He flashes forward for the Elise. E up. Does it slowly. Tries to get the slow on the E. Doesn't do the fast E. And then the Elise burns the Flash. Perfectly played. 10 stacks on the Darksteel. I wouldn't mind him sticking around for 1250 to get the early Magi's, but... he's not going to do it. He goes straight up the Blasting Wand. He still has another 350 gold, but you probably don't want to spend it. And it's looking like he's prioritizing damage now rather than survivability of the stopwatch. Looking for the Ludens. Careful. I'm wondering if he can one-tap the Sylas. You gotta try and get the early Grievous so the W doesn't heal too much. When I versed Mango, every time he had ultimate, he would just be looking to all-in me. He really doesn't hold back, this guy. The ult is only on a minute cooldown, and that's where people go wrong on Fizz. They really overestimate the cooldown on Fizz R. By the time they kill you, they reset, they come back to lane, a lot of the time it's back up. And you're thinking in your head, okay, my ult has another 30, 40 seconds to go. There's no way. Fizz ult is much shorter than most people's ult at level at the rank 1. So just be very cautious of that in lane, guys. And we have enough for a straight up Luden's upgrade here. Wouldn't be surprised if he does it. Gets the blue. Life is absolutely wonderful here. Oh, there we go. That's the aggressive Mango, I know. He does do the Medjai's upgrade. Says, fuck that Luden's, man. I'm looking for the beautiful snowball. Now, let's see if he does the mechanic. QR? Do you see that? Do you see how that R comes out so smoothly? He's R'ing during the Q. He doesn't Q, then R. He's R'ing as he's dashing in the Q, and the animation is hidden. It's a beautiful Fizz mechanic, and if you're a Fizz main and you're not doing it, then there's something wrong. As you can see, just weaving in and out, trying to use this cooldown reduction to his advantage. Is his E already on a 5-second cooldown? Is he gonna risk this? E's in. 6 seconds. Gets the Yuumi. Smear is left. Smear ult. It's not enough. And that was that an ace? Jesus Christ. 9-0. 22 stacks. Beautiful timing on the Medjai's. And we're going to get this mid lane plate. Now this is just a perfect textbook Fizz game, isn't it? He went for the solo kill in the mid lane. Didn't quite get it. I think if he played it slightly differently, maybe there was a way he could have maxed it and got the kill. He couldn't kill it. He went for the roam, roamed on bot lane. Always prioritize bot lane roams. Gets the kill, snowballs, runs back mid. Snowballs, looks for the jungle. Like, has there any been, like, there's been almost no downtime in this game. It's always action. What am I doing next? What am I making happen? And that's how you need to be thinking when you're playing this champion. And a lot of people get stuck in League. They can't think on the spot on what they need. Oh, the QR misses. They can't think on the spot, on the fly. You need to have these systems in your head where it's like, you're already thinking about these things and you already have the actions in your head. You need to know, I can't kill my lane opponent, I roam. You know, you need to be thinking, you need to have subconsciously already be knowing what you need to do to win these games. It just eliminates a lot of the time. And that's why, like, when you one trick, when you don't have to think about what combos you're doing, how you're timing these things, you're able to become a much better player. As we get the kill on the Samir at 10-0. Was Yuumi still attached? Yep. Oh, we failed E. He tried to go over. Still collects the Elise. 25 stacks now. And on Fizz now, it's just, your life is a breeze because you one-tap the waves with your E. Mango farms 10 per minute on Fizz. I think he averages around about 8. But like, on good games, it's usually around about 10. Even if he doesn't have 10 CS per minute, 10 minutes, the longer the game goes, man, he's able to clear these waves, find the farm. He farms a lot of jungle camps as well, which a lot of these one-tricks do. More than non-one-tricks, mainly because they're very comfortable with knowing how to clear the camps, I reckon. Like, they know the most efficient way and the style to kill them. Also, if someone else was like to play Fizz or Talia or something, sometimes they just don't know how to clear the camp correctly and they spend too much mana. And I'd still recommend anybody to, if they're looking to pick this champion up, as he usually goes for the Hourglass here, but I'm wondering if he just, does he straight up upgrade? Just straight upgrades. Rest in peace to the stopwatch. If you play champions like Fizz, like Kiana, like Zoe, anything, man, like anything, but it's not any, probably. Practice tool is your friend. Run drills on your skill shots. I don't know if it's like cringe or whatnot, but like, if you think about like other sports, they drill for so long on like simple mechanics, so that when it comes to game time, they have those mechanics down pat, you know? Like when you're playing like soccer or football to the Europeans, I'm sorry, like, you know, if they're doing passing drills, like penalty kick drills, like things like this, you want to in League do the exact same. Come in, start CSing drills, start comboing over the walls, just starting learning exactly the little things correctly. So when it comes to game time, you're not doing things for the first time, or you're not comfortable enough on them. You should have done these combos a million times over. And if you want to get serious about League, that's how you do it. And that's the sad reality of getting good at things. Most people can't just play League 1,000 games over and become the best. Like, it's the little things that really makes the difference between... some players can do it, but the players that don't have that natural talent, you got to work hard for it, okay? As we move in, we have the stopwatch, and look at this. Our E... Oh, we were 1 millisecond off. I was about to say his E was up out of that stopwatch, but he just dies there. Next item will be the Lich Bane. Usually Lich Bane into Death Cap. Sometimes he won't actually go to Lich Bane after this. He'll go just straight Death Cap if he has enough gold. It just seems like the build path was a little bit too expensive here, so he's just getting components. You might as well finish off the Lich Bane. Look at his 1 in 7 MF. He has 10 assists, so you can't judge. Please give me this blue buff, sir. Mango also suffers from the same thing Beifang does on the Super Server, that his champion is banned so often it's kind of hard to climb. It seems like Beifang is a little bit better than Mango at off-rolling, like Beifang can play really mean Talon and Silas and things like this. Whilst Mango usually off-roll, he plays things like Wukong mid. He plays a little bit of Kassadin and things like this. So I just think that his off-rolls are slightly worse, and maybe that's why he's not able to climb as high. Plus, he plays a lot more games. This guy just hard spams games as he gets the one tap onto the Silas. Fizz at this point. It's only 17 minutes in, you gotta remember. It's an expensive build, but it's worth it. Pops the Ignite. Maybe Kha'Zix? No, not quite. And man, I'd love to see Fizz back in pro play. I would just love if somebody wanted to play it. I saw a couple of pro mid laners testing it after these buffs, but no one, it just seems like no one has the balls to pull it out. As we move in for the 1v3, we hit the ultimate. It's a small ult. We have E again. E. Oh, and we're not able to pick up the kills. He went for it. You can see, this is why you have the hourglass. This is why you have the cooldown reduction. Those plays are possible. Obviously not against like 15 members, but still. Careful, guys. You do not want to feed their comp. I'm so excited to play on the Super Server, bro. It's gonna be fun. 18 minutes in, farm numbers are so low. No one seems to care about objectives. It's just permanently skirmishing. It's so funny to see. We don't have enough of the Lich Bane yet. And I'm wondering if this game was such a stomp, I might do 2 games today. I'll have a look at the end of the game. We can find another one. Clear these camps. Is it Lich Bane 1450? I haven't played TF for that long. I really should know. 1450 for the upgrade here? Have a look. Hopefully I'm right. 1300? Where did I go wrong? Oh, maybe the Sheen, and because he had Blasting Aether and didn't have Sheen. Oh, Australian maths, man. We don't get taught it down here. Anyways, last item I would assume would be the Death Cap, by the way. Sell boots on Fizz. Cosmic Drive is your friend. The extra movement speed, the extra CDR is always worth it. And I'm sorry, I'm not calling it haste. I call it CDR, cooldown reduction. Why in the hell would I call it haste? Cooldown reduction. It makes sense. It's exactly what it is. Why would I call it haste? It's just silly. Please change it back. We are only level 12. We've missed so much XP and farm this game. Gonna start up the Nash. Enemy team look to be bot side for the pick. Not sure if Elise is gonna give it up that easy. Let's see. We have the ultimate. 5k. 4k. I think this is gonna be too late. Perfect. Na's death wasn't... Oh, was that just R? Just non-vision, he's just praying. And I'm pretty sure he can just flash QW with Ignite the Elise and she'll die. Almost certain. Things this farmer's mine, buddy. Gotta be cautious on your mana as well here, though. Order the front lines, eat. Just missed the back lines. A little bit awkward. We'll get it. Dragon up in 60. Oh, Elise. E's in. That was a fast E. He pops the Ignite, just like I said. He gets the kill. And he's gonna head back here for the... needlessly large for the death cap. So much damage on this champion. The kid is overloaded. You see these fast E's? This is where a lot of Fizz mains, I can tell, struggle. They're very inaccurate with those fast E's. Mango is perfect with them. The fast E's, they might not have as much AoE and the slow, but they're very good for fast damage, okay? And then it's necessary to have it in your kit as a Fizz main. Here we go. He's out. It's a 5-second cooldown. He pops the ultimate max range. It doesn't land, but it does zone them from the area, and it should be a free dragon here. Careful. He wants to go in, man. Checks the wave. Has the hourglass, by the way. Only reason he's able to play so aggro. Ult up in 5. Oh, he's over. Doesn't get the predict on the least. She dies. We have ult. Let's see if he drops it. It's the ultimate. Samira W is a great ability. We E in. The exhaust, nothing can stop him. Even the exhaust can't. We have flash, remember? Drop the tower aggro with the E. Great skill shot. Hello, Yumi. Goodbye, Yumi. That's an ace. Jesus Christ. 16 and 2. Can we end this game out or not? I just want to see how much damage he has when he has the death cap. What do we need? We need 400. Some woods. Maybe get the scuttle crab. Been fun, by the way, watching Worlds. It's a shame that Western teams this year suck. But, I mean, look. What were we expecting, guys? No one really from the West is doing too well. I think it seems like Team Liquid probably have the best chance of making it out of groups out of any of the Western teams. Mad Lions look very shaky. And then the other NA teams and EU teams are just in groups of death. Fnatic falling apart. He wants that death cap, baby. Please tell me they don't FF the game. I just want to see him... that one death cap, and I want to see him just QW somebody. We've got it now. 400. Hey! Oh, was that Na getting the mega? Yeah. What's he want? He wants death cap and an elixir or something. He's just having fun with them. What a madman. He's gonna head back yet. How much AP is he going to have? This is the full build Fizz setup. Death Cap and Elixir. 712 AP. Here we go. We have the Lich Bane. We have everything. Now, this build can be upgraded. This is your full build, essentially. Sometimes you'll need Void Staff if they're tanky. But sell the boots for the Cosmic Drive when you have enough. Oh, he fails the E, but the Gnar comes in. Let's have a look at this. I just want to see the damage numbers. Pops the R. Doesn't land on anybody. Okay, and the Q gets Hourglassed. And the E doesn't land. Really? He hits that full build, then we get blue board like that. God damn it. And he's just going to one-tap the base. This champion, guys, is currently absolutely bonkers if you can learn how to play it. I think in my head, it's all about surviving that first 10 minutes. Once you learn the first 10 minutes of Fizz and how to farm, I think it's a great champion. You'll do wonders with it, but it takes a couple of games to get used to it. But I'm going to have a look if we can find another game. If not, guys, thank you for watching, and I really do appreciate your time.